Now, we want you guys to use hashtag NFL to get your questions live on air. I'm Mitchell Renz. That's Tom Downey. You guys are watching NFL Daily. We like to have a lot of fun, and the way that we have some fun is by getting your questions featured live on our show, and the way that happens is by using hashtag NFL. So let's get right into the action here. Austin, what up, fam? What do the Jags do now at tight end? They really need a run-blocking tight end, and will Minshew magic continue, or will Foles start? So first off, Minshew or Foles? M for Minshew, F for Foles. Throw that in the comments section.
I think at some point they're going to go back to Nick Foles. Like I know it's disappointing, but you're paying him.
You paid him 4 years,
so
$88 million, $50
money.
million guaranteed.
In terms of tight ends, I mean, you can find run-blocking tight ends. Like, isn't that what you kind of paid Jeff Swaim to be?
Sure.
Like, I mean, you can find tight ends there. I don't think you invest heavily in a run-blocking tight end. Swaim can handle that role okay. I want a move tight end, which you can find in the draft in round 2 or round 3 this year.
All right, let's go to somebody that needs to get a picture. $7 million. Will AB sign somewhere soon? FAB.
No, I don't think he will. Yeah, FAB in the comments.
FAB in the comments section.
I don't think he will.
I mean, who wants Antonio Brown? Name a team that you honestly think that would take Antonio Brown. I get it, he's a talented player, but the dude's not right. Not right. So FAB's in the comments section. Also, he's pumped that he got his question on the show. Heck yeah. Shout out for you watching. Let's go now to a question on Facebook. Anthony, I've seen rumors that AB would go back to the Steelers. Do you think that bridge was burnt? Yes.
I don't think the bridge was burnt. I think it was nuked.
I was going to say.
I think that bridge has been vaporized by a high-powered nuclear bomb. Of course, AB wants to go back to the Steelers. He wants to go anywhere that'll pay him. Problem is, nobody wants to pay him because he's a clown and he's a head case, and nobody wants to deal with that. So, I'm sure he wants to play, but I don't think Pittsburgh's going to bring him back.
There's a lot of FABs in the comments section for good reason. Let's go to Caden. What up, Caden? Hashtag NFL. Who would you rather have, Nick Mullens or Andy Dalton? I'm still going to go with Andy Dalton.
Is money a factor here? Because if I'm paying their current contracts, then I'm going to go with Nick Mullens.
If it's just from a talent standpoint, I'll go with the Red Rifle over Nick Mullens.
If you're looking for just like 1 year, I'll probably go with Andy Dalton. If you're looking for long term, maybe I'll have a little more discussion about Nick Mullens. But I think he was fine last year.
What do you think has more trade value?
We're going to look.
Are you going to say we're going to find out?
I think we'll find out this offseason.
Okay.
Because Andy Dalton, I think, will be traded this offseason. He will not be back with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Aaron Rodgers is watching. Shout out to Aaron Rodgers. Let's go to Ty OK.
He's mad he didn't get a receiver.
I know, right? All right, hang on. What's wrong with Bruce Allen?
Everything?
So your picture is basically how I feel
Producer
after this trade
Alicia, how do you
deadline.
feel about Bruce Allen?
Nothing with personnel.
If you didn't hear it, eventually you said he should just get fired. But he's not a personnel guy. He should stick with the operations, not drafting and trading and all of that, which feels about right. That's not Bruce Allen's MO. I don't know how he's advanced so far. He should not be an NFL decision maker.
So make sure you guys are using hashtag NFL if you're watching this live on YouTube. If you're watching this on Facebook, use hashtag NFL. Let's go to my man, Jeff. What up, Jeff? Since the Raiders didn't make any moves at the deadline, what's next? Should we bring back Brandon Marshall? I think for the Raiders, I'm ultimately not too surprised that they didn't make a move after losing that last game against the Texans. They do, I still think, need to add some sort of player. I think an interesting player on offense is Josh Gordon because he's going to be cheap for $1 million. I don't know if the Raiders make a move for him. I know some team will once he becomes a free agent. But in terms of defense, I think you at least got to add some able bodies there because the Raiders just put Justin Phillips on IR. Let's go to Paul Anderson over on Facebook. Do the 49ers need to change anything? My answer to that is no.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Your defenses look great. The ground game has been fantastic. So much that you haven't really needed Jimmy Garoppolo to make a bunch of plays. He's made some this year. Think of that Steelers game in particular down the stretch. I think you just stand pat. If it ain't broke, just keep doing it.
Okay. Are the 49ers best team in the NFL? Y for yes, N for no. Let's go to Touchdown Sports Cards. Should the Lions do a fire sale or add more was going to say building blocks.
It is building blocks.
I know.
That's what he means.
I was trying to think of how I would even pronounce that word, so
let's
I don't know.
let's check in with where things stand at the end of the season.
Okay.
Like if the Lions collapse, probably go and do the fire sale. If they finish around 500, I'd keep your assets and maybe spend some money in free agency and try and get another player in the draft to help you out right now.
Let's go to Phoenix Gamer 34. Who's more likely to go 0-16 this year? The Dolphins or the Bengals? So it's a great question, and luckily for us, we're going to know who wins this game straight up head-to-head because the Dolphins and the Bengals.
Home game for Miami, by the way.
I'll tell you what.
Don't overthink it, Mitch.
Don't overthink it?
Don't overthink it. There's an easy answer here.
I am betting on the Bengals to beat the
Good
Dolphins.
answer.
And I'm telling you right now, Tom, we should do a watch party for Bengals versus Dolphins.
And we just talked about the draft the entire time.
It would be absolutely amazing. So who's going to win the Miami Dolphins versus Cincinnati Bengals game? Go bet on it.
NFL, unless you're a coward, flex this game to Sunday Night Football. Do it.
I actually think it would get a lot of viewers.
It would.
There'd be a lot of people that would watch.
Look, the NFL and sports in general can constantly underestimate the value of the comedy factor. That's peak comedy factor game. By the way, I think it's the Dolphins because they're trying to lose, which is why it's been so embarrassing for Cincinnati. They're trying to win games, and they're not. That's the problem. They're trying to win. That's why I didn't make any trades because they're idiots.
Go to chatsports.com/bet. Put your money on one of those teams winning because I don't think they both can go or could see 0-15-1. That would be one hell of a story.
A tie would be pretty fitting there, Harrison.
Let's go to FA Ox LM. Which New York team needs more help? Giants or Jets?
Jets. I feel pretty confident in that one.
I'm going to stick with the Jets.
Tell you what, I'm curious to see how this goes because your best player, your two best players, Bell and Adams, were both publicly available in the trade market. And now they're going to show up to work today and tomorrow going, hello there, friend. Why am I here? I thought I was going to get traded. You were shopping me? What's going on here? Do you not love me?
So you said
I don't feel wanted right now.
So if the Jets are the worst team in New York,
I don't know. I don't know.
The Giants are in the same division as the Cowboys. The Jets beat the Cowboys. That makes the Giants better than the Cowboys?
No, it does not. Because the Cowboys beat the Giants. Good try, though.
I think that's kind of what that means.
However, look, I don't understand how this happened.
How many wins do the Jets have?
They have one win.
Oh, shit.
I don't know how they won that game. Look, also, so remember that Brandon Marshall question? Literally just re-signed with the Oakland Raiders.
Really?
Just now. 3:35 on Tuesday. There you go. Brandon Marshall back to the Oakland Raiders. So funny enough how that happens there. Next question here. We'll keep them rolling here from Fritos. Now that the deadline has passed and the AFC continues to be tragically average, which two teams have the best shot at a wild card berth in the AFC? Great question. I think you have to mention the Bills for starters. Their schedule's not that tough. It's fairly straightforward. They can get to, I think they'll get to 9 wins. And that probably gets them in. I don't think they beat the Patriots, but they still got games against teams like the Browns. I think they have the Redskins left still too, and the Jets and the Dolphins. I think they get in. The Colts/Texans, whichever one doesn't win the AFC South, I think they've got a pretty good shot. And then, Jags, Titans, Steelers, Raiders are all, a couple games in it. If the Chargers get going, maybe them, but they look like a terrible team. So probably AFC South runner-up, be it Texans or Chiefs, and then the Buffalo Bills as well.
So who will win the AFC East? So y'all should put your money on the Patriots at minus 5,000 odds. How about the AFC West? That looks like a little bit more of a competitive division.
Still going to go Chiefs.
Still going to go the Chiefs?
Yeah, I don't think the Chargers catch them. I don't think Oakland does either.
I
know Denver
doesn't. Out of all the divisions, I think that is probably the most interesting. It's the AFC South. I mean, that's probably the one that's the closest in terms of who can win that division. I mean, I'm looking at the odds. I mean, there's all sorts of that's a good one between the Colts and the Texans. So who will win the AFC West? Let us know in the comments section. The Chiefs, throw it. And if you want to bet on who's going to win, go to BetDSI, chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code NFL120 for 120% deposit bonus. So if you think that the Chargers will win the AFC West, bet on the Chargers. You think it's the Raiders? Go bet on the Raiders. But you got to do it at BetDSI, the internet's #1 sportsbook, chatsports.com/bet. Let's go to a Raiders fan. Go bet on the Raiders to win the AFC West. I hate to say it, but we need to expect the Raiders defensive backs getting torched for the rest of the season since we didn't make any moves.
Yeah, I agree. Unless Trayvon Mullen comes along quickly.
Mullens played well. Mullen played well last week.
It's a lot to ask a rookie corner to go up against number 1 and number 2 receivers, especially round 2 corners. So I think that's an expectation, and if it's not the case, you feel great about it.
Let's go to Braden Hull. What up, fam? Appreciate you watching. Do you think Green Bay Packers will cut Devontae Adams because they are getting a strong connection with Allison? No. What?
Were you dropped on your head as a baby? Come on, dude. Like, why would they cut one of the best receivers in the NFL? Like, that's just stupid.
No.
I'm not in the mood to take dumb questions today.
All right, Tom's mad. Type mad in the
feisty.
comments section. Let's go to Dominator
Blame Jamal
333. Who do you think will go to the Super Bowl? So I appreciate the question. I'm going to stick with my day one prediction, which I had the New Orleans Saints going up against the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 54. Tom, what's your Super Bowl prediction?
I'll stick with Cowboys-Chiefs for the purposes of, I guess, credibility, but, you know.
Let us know in the comments.
I don't feel great about it anymore.
Let us know in the comments section who you guys think is going to play in Super Bowl 54. If you want to say who's going to win, throw that as well.
Now, this one's better, Brady. This one's much better.
Okay. Will the Patriots ever be the same when Brady leaves?
I actually think there's a very obvious answer here. It's no. The Patriots are not going to win as many Super Bowls in the same time frame ever again.
Okay.
Unless the NFL dwindles down to like 3 or 4 teams. Like, if it's a 32-team league, you're not going to see New England have this type of dynasty again. Even if they have success, and I think they'll have some success, the Brady-Belichick dynasty the Patriots have put together is one of the best we've ever seen in the NFL.
It's the best we've ever seen.
So once he leaves, and once Belichick leaves, there's going to be drop-off. There is always regression to the mean, and right now the Patriots are so far above the mean, it has to come back down to earth. So this one was a really good question, Braden, and the answer is no.
Jeff Rogers says, Tom, I like your attitude today. Keep it going. Appreciate y'all. So we want to keep the show rolling here. Type sub if you are subscribed to our Chat Sports channel. I'll give some shout-outs to anybody that says sub, and if you're not already sub, type NS for a new subscriber. So you just got to click the big red button below, youtube.com/chatsportstv. We've been live for, about 4 hours, it seems.
Close to it.
I don't know many channels that are having the interaction. So Callie Gonzalez, Pro Game Galaxy, Jim Laren, LBXP, Dan Martinez. Appreciate all the subscribes. Type S in the sub in the comments section if you are subscribed.
I love it.
YouTube.com/chatsportstv.
And if you guys missed anything, the winners and losers, etc., we'll put that on loop for you guys. One note here, by the way, just on the Akeem, I'll just verbally mention it. The 5th round pick that the Rams are sending was actually from that Kenny Young, Marcus Peters trade, so it's actually the Baltimore Ravens 5th round pick. That future pick that the Rams got, a 7th round pick in 2022. So they got to keep Talib for free. And a 5th. That's what they did on that one. So
also, our channel is 100% free, and that's why you should subscribe. YouTube.com/chatsportstv.